Who's that? Albert Stainet. Albert Saint-Eni. Do you have a saint title, sir? Or is it literally stain it? Which I almost did earlier with my shirt. Like coffee and white t-shirt are often a bad stain-inducing situation. I'm in the mood for sharp gambits, which I haven't looked at forever, while he's probably armed to the teeth with Sopico's video series here. I used to play this line seriously with both colors here, both bishop a5 and bishop d6. I used to be into a lot of details, but those were the drug-riddled 2000s. No one can remember anything from that era. How does this go? You go queen d6 and then I can go ba5, something crazy like that. I think I won a game against Luke here, who castled prematurely. Ugh, the details elude me, but it's a very sharp position and fun to study. What am I missing in the chat? Mr. Dodgy is saying, if there's ever a GM Dodgy, then the GM title has been hopelessly devalued. I still believe in you, Mr. Dodgy. But is Dodgy your real name? Would you be GM Dodgy? Is like Dodgy your Christian name? No, Mr. your Christian name and Dodgy your last name? What's the situation there? What am I supposed to do here? I guess just knight f3. Not sure if I should have castled first. Something like this still looks reasonably familiar. But once again, the devil is in the details. Knight h6 was the best move, I believe, as well. Can I go here and throw more pawns down the drain? I don't even know what down the drain means, but I'm like a toddler. I pick up expressions and then I repeat them. I hope they make sense. My daughter's really becoming a parrot. Like whatever nonsense you tell her, she's going to repeat, which I'm sure will get her into trouble in no time, because I'm not giving a lot of valuable input there. It's a bit like Banter Blitz. Now where should the king go? I guess just castle kingside. The thing is, in these lines, even if you don't get your pawn back or get an attack instantly, there is normally decent long-termish compensation because of the two bishops and, you know, all these squares my pieces have available. But they are very hard positions to navigate for both sides. I think sort of harder for black, which is why the line isn't that popular. But with white, you're a pawn down and you gotta make something happen. So it's not that easy. Castle's fair enough. Bishop d3 looks tempting. But then queen g5, did I accomplish anything? Mr. Dodgy is saying, if I ever become a GM, I promise to legally change my name to Mr. Dodgy. That should give the rest of us enough incentive to make it happen. Maybe some phony tournament where you don't know if the norms are legit or not. I'm sure there is a way for Mr. Dodgy to GM-ness. Is there a way for me for GM-like play here? To GM-like play. Maybe here. See, I thought about this. It's a new thing I'm going to try out. Thinking about my moves. Because here, watch this. Oh, I should have thought about this longer. I was planning to go bishop d3, and I was very pleased with myself. because I thought the only move was queen h5. Then I'll take on f6 and I'll win. But now, upon further reflection, it dawns on me that bishop d3 is fairly well met by knight takes c3, bishop takes f5, knight e2 check, and black wins. So I'm going to have to do an impromptu change of plans with bishop d4 here, which is not ideal. c5, I think, lets me get back to my original cruel intention, but he had ways and means to avoid that. Oof. Isn't it a roller coaster ride, these games d'échecs? Once again thinking what to do after queen h6. Not sure. Bishop g5 looks interesting. Just knight e4 and then try to swindle him somewhere over there. Also looks like a reasonable option. Yeah, I think I'll go with the letter. The letter? Boring Chess is asking, any good war stories from London, Jan? That was surprisingly smart. I'm not sure if you mean my move or what was surprisingly smart. As I mentioned, I won't be talking much about the match. What I can tell you is I was not in London. Bishop e7, knight f6. There is a lot of problems for black all of a sudden. The only question is, how do I wrap it up? Bishop e7 probably wins an exchange. Bishop e4, and both rooks are hanging. But it looks like cashing in prematurely. Good old problem. I don't see anything better, so I'll do it. But I feel somewhat dirty about it. Let's continue this little dance. Child's dance. But I was hitting your rook. And Albert Saw-Ini or Albert Stainet does resign.